The cut line at the John Deere Classic has been drawn and some massive names are heading home early. We are talking about players who've won majors, players who've been ranked in the top 10 in the world, players who were expected to contend for the title this week. And now, they're packing their bags and leaving TPC Deere Run before the weekend even starts. So what went wrong? Was it the course changes? The pressure? Or just a bad week at the worst possible time? Let's break down the biggest names who missed the cut and figure out what happened. What is the cut and why does it matter? Before we get into the names, let's quickly explain what the cut is and why it's such a big deal. In a standard PGA Tour event, after 36 holes, 2 rounds, the field is cut down to the top 65 players and ties. Everyone else goes home.
No paycheck.
No FedEx Cup points. No chance to win. It's brutal. You can play great golf for 35 holes and then hit one bad shot and suddenly you're out. The margin for error is razor thin. For the players who miss the cut, it's more than just disappointment. It's lost earnings, lost points, and lost momentum. And when you're a big name, missing the cut gets noticed. At the John Deere Classic this year, the cut line was set at 3 under par. That meant players who were 2 under or worse didn't make it to the weekend. And some of the names on that list? They'll surprise you. The biggest names who missed the cut. Alright, let's get into the painful part. Here are some of the biggest names who missed the cut at the John Deere Classic. Rickie Fowler, one of the most popular players on tour. Fowler came in with high expectations. He's won multiple times on tour and is a fan favorite everywhere he goes. But this week, his game just wasn't there. He struggled with his driver, missed too many fairways, and his putting let him down. He finished at 1 under par 2 shots shy of the cut line. A disappointing result for a player who was hoping to build momentum heading into the playoffs. Jordan Spieth, this one hurt. Spieth has won this tournament twice in 2013 and 2015 and has always played well at TPC Deere Run. But this week, he couldn't find his rhythm. His iron play wasn't sharp, and he struggled to make putts inside 10 feet. He finished at 2 under par, missing the cut by just 1 shot. For a player of his caliber, that's a bitter pill to swallow. Zach Johnson. Johnson was making his 24th straight appearance at the John Deere Classic a remarkable streak. The Iowa native loves this tournament, and the fans love him. But Father Time is undefeated. Johnson played steady golf, but he couldn't make enough birdies to keep up. He finished at even par, missing the cut by 3 shots. Max Homa. Homa has been one of the most consistent players on tour over the last few years, with multiple wins to his name. But this week, he just didn't have it. His ball striking was off, and he struggled with his short game. He finished at 1 under par and will be heading home early. Tony Finau, another big name, another early exit. Finau is one of the longest hitters on tour and a multiple-time winner. But TPC Deere Run requires accuracy, not just distance, and Finau couldn't find enough fairways. He finished at 2 under par, missing the cut by 1 shot. Keegan Bradley, the 2011 PGA Championship winner, came in with high hopes, but his game let him down this week. He struggled with his putting and couldn't get any momentum going. He finished at even par and won't be playing on the weekend. What went wrong? A closer look. So what happened to all these stars? Was it the course? The pressure? Or just a bad week? Let's break it down. The course changes. The 4th hole at TPC Deere Run was completely redesigned this year. It's now 40-50 yards longer and features new bunkers. Several players admitted after their rounds that they had trouble adjusting to the new layout. Jordan Spieth called it a completely different hole and said it was much harder than before. For players who rely on course knowledge, that change was a challenge. The weather. The wind picked up on Friday afternoon, making the course play even tougher. Players who had early tee times on Thursday got the best conditions, while those who played late on Friday had to deal with swirling winds. That timing difference may have cost a few players a shot or two. The pressure. Let's be honest, some players just don't handle pressure well. When you're a big name, everyone expects you to play well. And when you don't, the questions start. For some players, that pressure becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The mental game. Golf is 90% mental. And when you're not confident, even the easiest shots become difficult. Several of these players seem to be fighting their swings, second-guessing their decisions, and playing not to miss the cut rather than playing to win. The fallout. What this means for the rest of the season. Missing the cut at the John Deere Classic isn't the end of the world, but it's not nothing either. FedEx Cup points. Every missed cut means lost points. 4 players on the bubble. That could be the difference between making the playoffs and going home early. For players who are already secure, it's a missed opportunity to improve their seeding. Momentum. Golf is all about momentum. A good week can set you up for a run of great weeks. A bad week can do the opposite. For these players, the challenge now is to regroup, reset, and come back stronger. Confidence. This is the big one. When you miss a cut, your confidence takes a hit. You start questioning everything: your swing, your decisions, your ability. And that can carry over into the next week if you're not careful. For Jordan Spieth and Rickie Fowler, this is particularly tough. They're both players who've been trying to get back to their best form. Missing the cut here doesn't help. The bright side: who took advantage? While these big names were packing their bags, other players were taking advantage of the opportunity. Jackson Koivun, the rookie sensation, made the cut comfortably and is in contention heading into the weekend. His pro debut is already exceeding expectations. Ben Griffin, he's near the top of the leaderboard and looking like a real threat to win. Sung Jae Im, the Korean star, is in the mix and playing some of the best golf of his career. The John Deere Classic is known for producing surprise winners. And with so many big names gone, the door is wide open for someone unexpected to lift the trophy on Sunday. That's the beauty of golf. One man's disappointment is another man's opportunity.